Hi, my name's Janelle Benson, and I'm going to talk to you about Project QLD193, Increasing Student Success Using Interactive Content. This project is intended to provide students taking science-based classes with authentic hands-on experience using virtual interactive lab technology. This will enable rural and remote students the ability to participate in practical applications of science concepts. Through this hands-on experience, students will be able to gain a better understanding of difficult concepts taught in the online science classroom. This project will allow our online science classes to have a standard practice of lab experiences that will count as practical experience and thus allow more universities to acknowledge our science courses as having a practical component along with meeting prerequisite university entrance requirements. Objectives. The objectives of this project were to create interactive labs, demonstration labs, and provide a practical lab experience that allows students to have concrete experiences in order to understand difficult concepts, have experience with the practical application of the scientific method, reach a larger target audience to meet prerequisite requirements, and create interactive labs that are compatible across multiple mobile media devices. Outcomes. The outcomes of this project have provided the following abilities. It has enabled teachers to create interactive practical experiences to provide a deeper understanding of difficult science concepts, provide more engaging content for students, increase the student understanding of science concepts by reinforcing through hands-on experiences, and provided real-life applications of science concepts and experiences from interactive labs. Successes. The successes of this project have been as follows. Students have been happier with the interactive labs as opposed to the paper-based labs. I have had a lot fewer questions from students about the interactive lab compared to the paper-based lab. This can be attributed to the demonstrations of the interactive lab using embedded, interactive examples and tutorials. This technique has helped students better understand the concepts introduced in the lab and what they need to do in the lab and how they need to present it to the teacher. Here is a snapshot of the interactive lab's construction. First, we identified the content to be used. Then we went and found pre-existing interactive labs to support the concepts. Once this was completed, we created a storyboard of the interactive lab. Here is the final product of the microscope lab. This page has pre-lab questions with audio interactions. This page has several interactive tutorials along with the interactive lab link. This is the answer sheet that students fill out and send back to the teacher. This is the online classroom showing where the student is able to access the interactive lab.
Setbacks. Hi, my name's Carly Bryan, and I'm the Interactive Lab Developer. I had many initial difficulties in approaching the completion of this project. As it is with any new venture, there were certain obstacles and considerations that had not been thoroughly considered at the beginning of the project. This is not to say that anything was done incorrectly, but to point out that no matter how much you plan, you'll always find something that you didn't think of before. Server access. Our lack of server access greatly limited the use of interactive PDFs. In order to use the forum capabilities to their full potential, it is essential to have server access for the purpose of sending and receiving FDF information from the student taking the lab to the teacher needing to grade it. Because of the sheer volume of information in our labs, their sizes can range anywhere from 7 to 12 megabytes, which means sending the entire file back and forth is out of the question. Education network email restrictions. Our organization's email file attachments are limited to sending and receiving no greater than 5 megabytes. As students are required to submit a substantial amount of information, the file size limitations have become a constraint that could not be ignored or easily worked around without overcomplicating the experience for the student. Web and program compatibility. At the beginning stages of this project, it was believed to be as simple as create, export, and deliver. But we don't live in a perfect world, and that would just be too easy. On exporting the entire file from CS6 InDesign as an interactive PDF, I was horrified to find form fields not working, black boxes where interactivity is once displayed, and content that would not respond. Upon further investigation, it was discovered that layering would be necessary on export, which I go into great detail over in my paper, Building Interactive Content. After layering the lab properly, I then found that each web browser was a different compatibility with interactive PDFs, and for the most part, none of them worked. So we needed a new way to deliver the information to our students. This prompted the idea of a download. We needed to do something more than just ask the student to right-click on the link and then click download, as students with smart devices do not always have that option. So we made the file open to a Save As prompt and began researching creating the same information in a web page. This would allow the content to be compatible across all areas. The website option seems far more suitable to our needs. However, I have included instructions to complete both interactive PDF and website in my paper for you to read. Flash. Our labs are constructed around pre-existing Flash components. We are currently researching methods of converting these Flash components into more compatible formats. A suggestion was made to package the lab into a phone app. This would allow the Flash components to run on Mac devices. Upon trying this, we found that the pre-existing Flash would simply flatten and lose all interactivity. In order to package Flash, we would need the original coding for the Flash component, which we are working on obtaining. For the moment, though, all we have is a hyperlink to the free resource on its website.
Well, Carly, why don't you just find another Flash component with the base coding to use?
Well, Janelle, believe it or not, I tried, and have succeeded for 95% of the labs. We are unable to find a suitable replacement for our microscope lab, however, a key practical component and learning subject for aspiring science students. I acknowledge that these products can be created in a number of different ways from how I have presented this information. My hope is to identify for you the information and considerations necessary to help you choose the path that is best suited for you, regardless of the constraints and boundaries set upon me. In my research, I found that any one approach did not provide the most desirable of outcomes. I worked to provide a final product that merged these different processes to achieve the ideal product.
In summary, we hope that this project has helped you be able to use pre-existing Flash content. For us, pre-existing Flash content made by a variety of universities are high-quality interactive labs that support the content our students need to learn. It is important that we are able to use this pre-existing Flash content, but in a way that allows all students to access it. We hope this project has helped.
Bye!
Bye!
Bye-bye!